relaxed? Well, let's get started.
This movie is about guilt.
Maybe Nowhere has become about the medium itself. The protagonist feels like being part of a narrative without being able to influence his outcome. Mostly dealing with where am I and who am I.
Inside of someone's head, really. It's someone who's done something bad and has now gone a bit crazy because of that. It's manifesting himself and people from his past.
From a technical point of view, it's interesting to have the viewer be a part of the story.
With 3D, you can come so close to somebody that it's going to make them feel unsettled, or they're going to feel drawn in. They're going to feel a greater range of emotions than they would have done if they were just watching a flat screen.
Our OZO production was just like any other production. You write, you cast, you design sets, you prepare with the director and actors. There's camera, there's light, sound, makeup, and then it becomes even more interesting.
I really wanted to be able to focus on getting all of the physicalities right and also ignoring Peter. My character wasn't supposed to be responding to Peter as a person. My character was responding to the OZO feeding me Peter's lines.
You really have to know your lines by the time it gets filmed, not just know the bits for one scene, because the whole thing is one scene.
The lighting needs to be hidden as practical lighting. The sets needed to work in all the directions. The sound recording needed to work completely invisible, so you wouldn't see any microphones.
The communication between me as director and the actors was very challenging.
You're not getting any visual cues back from that person because it's a camera, obviously. So that was the most challenging and the most fun at the same time.
It really worked for me that it was round, it was spherical, because it allowed me to imagine it was a head and therefore act at it. And the fact it didn't respond is a little bit of a drawback, but you know, we've all been with actors like that.
With the restrictions that virtual reality filmmaking has, like being in another space as the actors, it was very doable.
It makes it much more immersive and much more like you're inside the story rather than you're an actor with a whole set and crew of people standing there watching you do it.
With OZO, it's the opposite. The focus is the camera, and any movement you make is calculated to make the viewer feel something or interpret something.
After a take, the actors could immediately watch the scene back, and that made a big difference.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of this project.
The visions I had resembled very closely what the end result of the OZO gave us. It was really amazing, very immersive.